So yeah, this seems to be becoming a reality slowly but surely. Again, news just keeps getting out and it's getting worse and stuff. Like even though I've pretty much blocked most content, it's everywhere. It's just like what the fuck is this world? It just makes no sense. How the fuck is America siding with Russia? How the fuck are people not doing anything to help Gaza? And then all these riots just appearing all over the place, and suddenly, just over fucking night, there's been a war supposedly started between Thailand and is it Tunisia? I can't remember. I mean, it's Tunisia where the flotilla was, wasn't it? And that was attacked by drone for a second time. Yeah, like as I said, the world's just falling completely apart, and really, like at the core of it, like billionaires and right wingers are just at the core of this. I don't want to throw people under the bus without a reason, because there is literally a big reason why. All these governments who claim to, like, obviously protect children and women, they're not often doing that. They're actually there to essentially stop them from getting help, and that means that they can't speak out about any of their problems. And while you, as possibly a left leaning or even like someone in the middle, might sort of agree with protecting them, the problem is that's not what they're actually doing. Whereas real protection comes in the form of transparency, equality, and sharing the wealth. Like, that's essentially it. And we never used to be in this problem, and I think about over 20 years ago, back when I was still a child and still in school, we had far less problems. You know, the only thing we really had to worry about was what was going on over in the US when they're trying to obviously track down the terrorists and stuff. I was in Saudi Arabia, wasn't it? I can't remember. It's when Osama bin Laden was killed. But they're basically, we're worrying about that, and also just our government being incompetent. You know, we had a bad streak with Labour apparently, and I don't think we've ever had Lib Dems apparently in power here in the UK, which is weird. I don't know why that's never happened, but it looks like we're going to get the Green Party before we get a fucking Liberal Democrat in, which is fine. Like, either one's probably better for us than all the others out there. We can't trust Labour anymore because, of course, it's been ruined by an absolute fascist. And yeah, Conservatives, like, just gotta trust them, especially with that mishandling of COVID. If you want to know why the UK is so fucking sick at the moment, just look at that. It's just, again, one thing after another, and we're still due like another pandemic, and we're still due so many like rights and stuff. Like, given that they're trying to cut like disability benefits again, it's just so concerning the way the world is going, and possibly like another really bad thing about this is that I just have no one to talk to about it. Just so much worrying and stuff. I don't know who I can talk to about it for that matter. And it's led to me losing a lot of sleep the night before. But I've also lost some sleep last night for roughly an hour, maybe more. And I don't really know, like, I'm just so anxious at the moment, and there's so many thoughts in my mind. One of the things that I sort of keep jumping to again is like, it's almost like a PTSD sort of thing. But I keep getting flashes of basically all the shit I've witnessed, like body cam footage, and especially the genocide happening in Gaza. And then I constantly worry about like what's happening with the aids, like, are they going to arrive safely? Literally can only hope, because essentially there to bring hope. If that's like gone, then what the hell do we do? The government's not doing anything. The news aren't reporting on it because it's obviously funded by possibly Israeli people, but billionaires and government too. It's so fucking dystopian. I don't understand how we live in a world where we're still fighting over land in the year 2025. And really my message to world leaders is essentially grow the fuck up, talk it out, stop sending people to fight, otherwise you should go out there and fight yourself. You know, back in like medieval times, there were actually kings who fought alongside their soldiers. Yeah, like they're protected as hell, but still, they weren't afraid to go on the front line. And yeah, as much as we can disagree with obviously a lot of what they did back then, that's one of the things I do believe that is still pretty logical. It like holds up really well in terms of trust, and I don't know, like, what's the other thing you say about it? It's just impressive. Yeah, John's made a perfect statement on Israeli strike on Qatar. Let's look at that. Because that also happened as well. And apparently, also, I don't know why the news is reporting all this. For some reason they're biased towards Israel, but apparently the Gaza's been warned of like a hurricane, which is not. Apparently it's just the fucking Israeli cunt just warning them. It's just so dystopian. Yeah, that was the other thing. Apparently it might be a hoax, but apparently they're genocide over Poland. One only thing about that is I have a guitar that's being made in Poland as we speak. But obviously I care more about the Polish people than the fucking guitar. Like, they could take my money and run to all I care, and I'll still pay them. Like, that's more important to me. It's just boring. Like, these fucking great businesses, if they end up getting into a war, could potentially be out of business. And I know a lot of great things have come out of Poland. It's worrying. Also, it just seems like a nice place to live in general. The fact that it's happening is like, it's quite scary regardless of who's tried to do it. Apparently people have tried to pin the Ukraine government as doing it. Which doesn't make sense given they're sort of winning already. Yeah, but yeah, the world's going to shit and it doesn't surprise me. I did sort of, I don't know, like I think a few years ago I did predict something like this might happen. Not necessarily the wars, but just how out of hand everything will get. In this time with COVID and when I started becoming vegan and realising, oh, there's actually a ton of problems in the world right now. So many things that we don't get to see and don't hear about. And they've all come to light since, like, this massive, like, cover-up of just abhorrent shit happening. And I feel like I'm going insane now because it is actually happening. Everything's being uncovered and people are getting harmed because of it. So dystopian, as I keep saying. And again, the people on the wrong side of history will be to blame for this. It's going to be Russia, Israel, it's going to be the people lying in like Thailand and stuff. And what was it? I might as well just look up Thailand news. Where the fuck is it? I guess I'm not reporting on it then. Okay. Well, that's strange, but whoever's provoking you, it's like, okay. Okay. I guess more people die. Yay. death everyone. I think at this point, I think it's better to just joke about death rather than sort of worry about it. Seems to be a better way of going about it. Um, yeah, again, just so much shit happening. I don't really know what else to add to this. Again, I'm worried and I do sort of need help. I don't know where to get it, how to get it. You know, people in real life aren't helping the slightest bit. That make it worse. So I'm just kind of trapped here. I did see I think it was a TikTok recently actually, it somehow got recommended to me. It was basically just saying that suicidal people shouldn't commit suicide until they see Israel get demolished. Well, the Israeli Defence Force, is it? I can't remember whoever's like invading, but yeah, like, apparently we shouldn't kill ourselves before that point. When literally one of the big motivators at the moment is just seeing how bad the world is getting. That's pretty sure a reason why I want to kill myself, and a lot of people might follow. It's worrying. I don't know what's going to happen at the UK meeting up with a fucking war criminal. Like, people don't realise what they're getting us into. There's always this hierarchy. You've got intelligent people, people on the left, got people who are informed and stuff, and then you've got lunatics and then idiots. Guess how many idiots there are in the world, and how many lunatics there are. Yeah, you've got Trump, you've got Putin, you've got Netanyahu. It's just so all over the place, and people just can't seem to make a rational decision. It's just, and they can't even talk it out, that's the thing. And also, that's the other thing. Why the fuck are we flying people to discuss things? Like, phones have worked for years, and nobody's really complained about it. I think you should record them, obviously, if it's like a political thing, because that's important. It should be addressed and it should be public. It should be public knowledge, because if you're saying things like, oh yeah, we're going to kill America, quoted by Trump, like Trump saying that, it's so bad. I don't know why they're doing that shit. And again, when Trump met with Putin, it's like much like other people, I felt sick. What the hell's going on? What sort of reality is this? And this leads into the point I should just remembered. One of the most common things with these people, anyway, not that there are obviously always bad people in this category, but they're all fucking old. Isn't Trump like 70 at the moment? 70 years old? How the hell did he get into presidency? Like, Obama started, I think, greying at the moment, and he's not perfectly young when he's a president. Like, just what the fuck is going on? And in the UK, luckily, we seem to see more younger politicians, but even then, it's still not perfect. It seems like, so Nigel Farage, who looks about 60. Like, what the fuck? How are these people not only winning votes, but just being there to begin with? Like, how do they get into this? Jokes on Blue Sky about, if I become a politician, can I use my being YouTuber? Because I was making that as a joke, but I realised afterwards that actually that could be the future. Like, no joke. You know, at some point when this older generation dies out, younger people will take over, and they might just be VTubers. They'd be fucking crazy, and have like a VTuber talking to someone in another country who still has an old president. It's like, oh, you've got this cat girl talking to, I don't know, I can't really think of any old people. And then Bernie Sanders, like, God, that'd be a sight to see. It'd be better than what we're currently seeing. It'd be so much fucking better.